Hey everyone, this is Lisa from the Rhinestone World, and in this video I'm going to show you a very basic tutorial on how to send your first design to your Silhouette Cameo to cut. So now we have our design ready to go, but how do we get it in our vinyl? So let's go over here, and I have a design here. So I have this Amazing Grace SVG. This is available on our website. You can use this coupon code and you can actually purchase this for 80% off at our website, and you can find the link below. So we have this fun little SVG design, and so I just want to do a couple things to make sure I'm ready to cut. So let me take my rectangle tool, it's over on the left side of my panel, and I'm just going to draw a square around my design. Now this is not required, however I do find it useful for myself personally because it's very clear where I need to pull up on my vinyl to start weeding it. So I'm going to do my little box around here, and now we're going to grab our design, bring it to the top corner, and then with HTV we need to mirror it because it cuts with the shiny side down. So let's right click on our design and flip horizontally. So now we have our design all set here. And now if you're using the CAMEO 3, there are a couple things you want to look out for as you're doing this. If you are using a cutting mat, the software requires you to say if you're using a cutting mat or not. So if you're using a cutting mat, you want to go to your page setup right here, cutting mat, choose CAMEO. And on the same token, or same hand, if you are not using a cutting mat, if you are confident in cutting without a mat, you would just go right here and turn off your cutting mat. And the reason being is that it'll feed in some extra space to account for your cutting mat if you have this on here. And so it's not terrible if you have it set to a cutting mat but you're not using one. But if you are not using a cutting mat and you have it set to using one, then it actually will cut into the mat and not your design, and you don't want that. So we have this all set up to go, and so we're going to go to the send panel. It's in the top right corner of our software, and it looks like a little cutter. So we'll go to send, and so we have our material in here. So you want to choose the material that you're going to use. I choose one that I have preset in here, so I'm going to use Easy Weed. So we do have a video on how to set your own materials. Now when you cut with your CAMEO, you want to look for a thick bold line, so that indicates what is being cut. So if you look at our design here, you'll see that we have this thick bold line here, but nothing is showing up from my design. Now this is something that happens a lot when you bring in an SVG file into Silhouette Studio. So don't forget, Silhouette Studio requires your Designer Edition upgrade and up to open SVG files. If you're on the fence about Designer Edition, it's 100% worth it, trust me. So right now it's not showing up the cut lines, it doesn't have it. So we're going to select the SVG part of our design, so we're just going to click right on here. And then right here, under your tools, you have cut, no cut, and cut edge. Let's just click on cut, and now we can see that thick line has turned up. So now we know. So when you're ready to cut with your CAMEO, just make sure you check your bold lines, and this will help a lot to make sure you don't have overlapping lines as well. So now we have all of our settings. You want to do a test cut, you can find the link below on me doing a test cut, and I have my CAMEO 3 all set up, and then we can just choose send. You want to load your material first, and then you can send it to your cutter. So if you have any questions, you can comment below, or you can email us at info@therhinestoneworld.com. And if you'd like more videos on how to perform your test cut, how to load your vinyl, find the links in the description below.